All right, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about my last 19 months. And then we'll talk, because I talked to somebody earlier, and it was, we were talking about, what happened. What finally made me decide to just change, because there's so many of us that have gone through the ringer. In and out, in and out, in and out. I was in ICU first, detox third at that facility, 911 log. That means the cops was called. Detox, rehab. I left the rehab. Then I had to go to the ER. Detox, ICU second time. Detox, second to this facility, fourth to that facility. 911 log. And 12/17 of 2014 was the last time I'd had anything to drink, and it was that right there. But it was 2 6-packs of 16 ounces, because it had been about 3 days, 2.5, 3 days since I had quit. I hadn't have anything, and I was broke, but I was trying to stop drinking on my own again, and I'd put myself at a very high risk of having a stroke or a seizure. So I succumbed to my thinking, and the compulsion outweighed the willpower, and that's when I consumed basically 12 ounces of those in probably 5 minutes, and then I'd blacked out, and the law was called, and I had to go to the ER. And through all this, though, prior to that was a lot more. But my experience through this, I always paid attention to anything that I'd went through. Plus, earlier in life, when I'd screwed the sports up with drugs and alcohol and everything, a guy taught me how to work out. So there was some discipline and structure right there that I didn't know that I'd had. And a black man, Mike, my brother, taught me how to pull the history of my life experience out and use it for a positive in order to get better. And then I had Muay Thai, kickboxing, which is a lot of discipline, stretching, and then whenever I'd gotten busted with 10 pounds of marijuana by the GBI, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation, I was put into a boot camp run by Marines, a felony boot camp, for months. And we only ate twice a day. So going in this transformation, I already had a good foundation of knowing what to do to get into shape. I just never applied it to like full throttle level, to do it like the professionals, because we don't know what can transpire until we just shut up and we do it. But this picture of me behind this is me peeking out. That's me in the hospital bed, okay? Now, this right here that's me in the hospital bed. And we're going to look at what I did that year on a calendar, okay? And then we'll talk about a few things. But see, this right here is January. This is January of 2015, because it was 2014 I sobered up. So then this is about the gym right now. So the 28th, which I was back prior to that, a couple days, but all I did in the gym was just chest and triceps. The next day, back and buys. The next day, shoulders. And you see each day right here. There's just one thing. There's no cardio. There's nothing. Because when we're in this condition right here, we can't just go in 2 weeks into full-blown, I'm going to do 5 hours of cardio, because that's when we really put our health at risk. And we do. And we have to understand the concept of time. Okay? Because you've got 2 weeks right here and a week prior, a half a week, that I'm getting my body prepped up. And I didn't know what I was doing, truthfully. We just combined everything that I had been taught in my experience. So on the 13th, I've added something. Cardio, 30 minutes, and then jump rope. 14th, cardio, 40 minutes, and jump rope. And then I'm back to the lifting, because you can't just go in there and do all the body parts, because I was very feeble, I was very fragile. All right. So now I've gone from 1 thing a day to 2 things a day. All right. Now I'm going to jump up the 19th to 3 things, but then I'm back to 2. I'm not getting out of hand. Not yet. And here was shoulders, bis, and tris, because I always hit those together. I did. Abs and 30 minutes of cardio. I'm starting to build a foundation with the abs and the cardio. I'm starting to build a foundation with abs, truthfully. So that's January. All right. Now we're going to go over here to February. And you got to follow me on this. If you want to get better, you got to look at what people help me do. All right. And then February, you see this. We're back here again. Shoulders, bis, and tris, abs, 30 minutes of cardio. That was the same over there. Legs, calves, abs. Cardio, 40 minutes times 2. Abs, jump rope. Now I'm 3. There's 4 things. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 4, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 3, 4, 3, 3, or 4, 3. My body's starting to get back in shape now. Now we're going to start seeing some stuff. But I stay consistent at it once I get to that. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3, 4. And I'm showing you this because people are like, there ain't nobody that good. I'm showing you just the 12 months, the first 12 months that got me in this damn magazine right here that scared the shit out of all them people that control us because I had no idea this was going to transpire. But I've built a foundation because I'm going to meetings and shit too. I mean, I'm doing a lot, but this is, it's all about staying busy. It's all about staying busy. So we get over here to April, the consistency. Well, then I'd started a GNC mass gainer. I don't even know what it was. But I started writing down my supplements because I believed that shit was the answer. And truthfully, I did the transformation without it years after this. But you see the consistency. We ain't missed a day. And that's my whole point. We ain't missing no day. Now we got May. Consistency throughout the whole week. Now right here I ended the GNC mass gainer because my body didn't react to it. And it just really didn't. So now I'm 4, 4, 4, 3, 5, 5, 4, 4, 5, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 3, 4. And you see, it's consistent. Well, now there's nothing at all on the 25th. So May the 25th, I didn't do anything at all. I guess I'd said, God dang, maybe we're going to get it. Maybe we'll get it. So now we're going to go to June. You look at it. We're going to start seeing it fill up a little bit more. Because I'm starting to do like worked outside. That was my cardio. Chest and back, abs. And then 45 of cardio, 5 a.m. Shoulders, bis and tris, light. The tire, flipping the tire. Jump rope, abs, lower back. Squats, drop set. Strict workout, calves, worked outside. And see, I'm starting to add, like right here it says shoulders, bis, and tris, about 4 hours of straight sweating outside today. Legs still really sore from 2 days prior. Says legs, calves, abs with Jake really hard. Work outside around 90 degrees. But every day I'm adding something. I'm writing down what it did, what I did that day, as far as me that's going to get these articles. And see, I'm going to show you what they won't show you. And then now we're in July. We're doing all this. Now I've added more to it. I'm writing down 2 exercises of abs, 4 sets of hanging sides, 4 sets of hypers. Hyper extension, lower back, obliques, hanging. And I'm pretty sure that's whenever I added that. So in July, here's this. 4 sets of flipping tire. Right here is where I started it. Hanging sides. I did that shit for 3 years straight. That's why when I get in real hardcore shape, my abs pop out. But you see, we're adding more. Getting more. August. Do you see what I'm saying? Now I'm getting, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. That's 8 months from that shit. Now we're getting into real hardcore rhythms. 4 times sledgehammer on each side, 30 and 30 on each side. Of a 20-pound sledgehammer. 4 times hanging side, straight hoppers. 4 times machine abs, medicine ball, jumps, box jumps, big tire, sledge, or the sled. 5:30 a.m. 45 minutes of cardio, and then all that later on that afternoon. Shoulders, tries and buys, smash, 20 minutes hard cardio, 4 times sledgehammer, 30 and 30 on the first set, fast, stretched. So now I've started stretching because I eventually did the splits a few years down the road. And I did, and now we're getting over here to September. Look at that shit. Shoulders, tries, buys, 4 times sledgehammer, big tire, 4 times box jumps on each side, 4 times lateral, 1 leg presses is what it is, extensions, 12 times ladder drills, 3 times medicine ball, 2 times medicine roll, stretched, 4 times hoppers, 5 times hanging sides, 4 times machine abs, 5 times straight, all with Jake. This is when Jake was hitting it with me. And dude, look how full that is each day. Bam, 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 bam. And I'm smashing recovery too. Smashing recovery. Now look at October. We're still in it and we've added more. Because see, I'm not going to go over my diet journals. I'll have diet journals to match this, to show the world what I was consuming in order to handle all this. Because we're going to get to where I got. And then pretty much the last month, see, we were going to do a year of transformation, and we did. December the 17th until December the 17th. But, dude, I was ready at the end of November, middle of November. I was lean. Here's November. So now we can do this. Now what we can do is we can compare. That's pretty much the last month. Check this out. That's the first month. I'm going to give you a visual. And you don't have to work out. Whatever it is that you do to get, transform into something that you had experience with prior in your life, because this working out I do it right. I'm 45 this year, and I've been running a lot. I don't work out anymore because of my shoulder. It's hurt. So I'm saving it because I want to have another transformation because I'm working with 7 years with no pharmaceutical meds. Everything that I do is natural. You go outside, breathe, get busy, read, journal, and all this stuff. Read, exercise the mind, the brain. And I had begun that, and that turned into this. Wham. And I'm talking about, because see, here's December. We did it all the way up until the 12th, so I was, 5 days ahead. But this being the last month of that transformation, you see, what it takes. And the end result of that was this right here. Y'all seen that picture? And that's my soul fighting this shit right here daily. And, and the end result of this was I sent in packages sort of like this with a letter, something from the detoxes, because I went to the detoxes and got all my paperwork. And they was like, why do you want this? I said, I don't know. God's telling me to do it. And this is the reason, is to help people. And then like mug shots, and these pictures you'll see in a minute. I'd send them in, and that's what I sent to Muscle and Fitness and some other places. And they said, what the fuck is this? And I said, that's me. And it's like, yeah, whatever. This is not, you really did this? You put it together? Yeah. This is a whole year. This is what I'm saying. People, I hate being around people that are not willing to learn. At least try 10%, because that shit right there I just showed you was a full fucking year. In it. And then after that, in it, working on 7 years. But the end result is this. We made it to the damn magazine, Train magazine, right there. There was like 11 or 12 articles, I think more, written in different languages. And seeing a group of people did that, black, brown, white, prostitutes, crackheads, rich people, poor people, cops, everything that is going on right now on that crazy fucking television, that is the opposite of what built that. If I did the shit on the TV, I'd be dead. But anyways, prior to this, now let's go over here and check this out. Leading up to this, leading up to my last relapse, because I had enough of the shit. I ain't got time to go over my psychic change. But what we're gonna do is I had learned to to set goals. I paid attention in all the rehabs and detoxes and everything that I've been through. You can learn things if you pay attention, even if they're all about making money. First you got to visualize a goal. I just wanted to stay sober, not need to be normal, but I wanted to get in shape, and I had no idea what was going to transpire. So my thing was just to stay in it, stay consistent. Not just getting in shape, but learning on why I was so bad at being an alcoholic. And then I found out it's a trap. It's a weapon. Set sub-goals. It's hard to set sub-goals when the main goal is to just stay alive. And there's several others underneath it, but you analyze your obstacles. Well, I put myself in that situation, so I know there's going to be a lot of humility, and people's not going to, it's a hard thing. This is about you. We're just going to talk about it. Analyze your resources, and the resources that I have, this is a military thing right here. Analyze your obstacles and your resources and choose your methods to attack it. And how you going to carry that method out, you got to check your results and then review and compare to the original version of the goal that you've got to set, and we'll leave it at that. You can go back, freeze this, and you can get with me in private, or I'll do another video on that whole thing. But when you're in the detoxes, you've got the doctors that's going to prescribe you prescriptions. You've got the caseworkers that's there to help you find out where you're going to go whenever you leave. But once again, they do what? They load us up with this. The same chemicals in that, in this. And this gets you high. It does. People feel like they want to commit suicide, teachers and lawyers, and seriously, it's insane, because a plant, cannabis, saved my life. And this is my experience, but there's a lot more, but none of this did anything for me, because my soul never, ever agreed with it. Never. They told me I would never make it without these medications. Several head doctors of facilities told me, and I'd always be like, fuck you, I'm going to do it. This is not real. And I always said it. And these people, they don't even know. They went to school because they know they're always going to have a job, because the government doesn't want you taking plants and shit to cure yourself. And detoxes, and whenever I speak, sometimes I take these and I hang them up, because in detox, you've got to go just the med call, and there's a nurse sitting there through a little door giving you your medicine, just like you're an animal or something. Just like alcoholics running to the store. That's med call. It's what it is. Med call is drink. We have med call within us, and we don't even know it. But I want to show you this. We're going to jump into this right here right fast. Or no, I'm not. That's another one. We're on fire right now. Alright. You want to stay on this? Alright, what are you going to do? Because here's the deal. Man, damn. Here's the deal on making some kind of a goal. Alright? The main goal is to what? Is to quit drinking. Alright? So what are you going to do, though? What do I mean by that? Okay, well, first off, we've got to get something going. What's going to be the goal? Damn. Those right there were the pictures that I took. You can check that out. That should be on my Facebook. And then that right there is a picture my daughter did. I wanted to show you because she did a long time ago. Nobody ever gets recognition for their children's stuff. So what's the goal? What's our goal? What's our goal? To stop drinking. Alright? All right, when we stop drinking, the environment will change. The environment's going to change, because what are we going through right now? A lot of depression, emotions, emotional wreck. So what we're looking at now is this. How's the environment? I don't know. What is your environment? Is it the workplace? Is it family? Is it relationship? That's a main part of it. That's a main part of it, because if you're trying to quit drinking and somebody else ain't, that shit ain't gonna work. It's always financial. It's always financial. There is people that can control it, but dude, there's a lot of people I was in rehabs with that had a lot of money. They just couldn't stop drinking. They couldn't stop drinking. Doctors, lawyers, head surgeons, psychologists, psychiatrists. That's insane too, is to be in there with a psychologist. Somebody that's licensed to deal with people and talk to them. He's in there in rehab. And then they try to take over the rehab, and it's like, you're in here with us, dude. But that's my whole point, is you have to identify a lot of these things, because the obstacles is what? One of the main obstacles is going to be yourself. That's going to be the main obstacle, because every time you try to apply yourself, what happens? Failure. Failure. Why does that happen? Well, it's because you don't have any tools. You don't have tools to not fail. Because truthfully, this is what you're afraid. You're afraid. Because the norm for you is being miserable. It's being miserable. And to get out of that right there, it's going to take major change. Change. You ain't going to go, and those of you that's struggling with life, period, that's watching this, and that's just, you believe in them doctors, you will never get better. The brain will never, ever get better. And hell, I'll tie this in if my camera will film that long now. Because see, look, this is us. This is from 0 to 9 years old. I did this like 4 years ago. So I'm going to go do some videos again of some stuff that I did. Because if you're spiritual, where's God in all this? Look, and I did this a long time ago. Vaccines, shots, sugar, movies, video games, TV, phones, Disney, commercials, alcohol, meds, and sex. These are small examples, because Disney is not what you think. It's sorcery. And see, it's all going to the brain. So what it's doing is all this, it's affecting the brain, and it's affecting the way we think, and it's getting us ready for this. Because it doesn't matter if some people can't, just because you can control it and make money doesn't make it right. And it doesn't. And obey the laws of the land shit, you can throw that away. And this is what's going to the brain, every day. Not these, but, this is corrupting the blood. It's crazy I did that a while back, ain't it? And then from 10 to 14 years old, the commercials have multiplied, whatever it is they see, of alcohol, meds, and sex, tablets, phones, social media, times however, movies, times however, music, the shit music, modified tobacco that we can't even produce our own selves and sell to each other and barter and whatever, and TV, sugar, coffee, energy drinks, etc., illegal drugs, medications, how many are they on, is always going to the brain. So these people, these generations are coming up with no drug and alcohol problem and have destroyed their mind more than an alcoholic ever will by the time they're 20 years old, from all the images that they see and all the fluids that are just shit going into them. 15 to 20 years old, music, the shit music times whatever, movies, tobacco, social media, illegal drugs, commercials, now have a master's degree in alcohol and watching the commercials about these and about normalizing everything. Schooling, has it been right or wrong that they've learned? And 99% it's wrong. The phones and tablets, they're experts now on something that's bent them over and never ever gonna look up. Relationships, medications, already an addict because of what they've been taking throughout their life. And then sugar, nowadays they drink the coffee and all this other shit, the cold stuff. So when we look at all this, now you got to tie that in. You got to tie in how lazy have I been my whole life? Because that's what I had to do. That wasn't me. That was an army that did that shit. And they always told me, keep coming back. Talking about them meetings. Keep coming back. And you're like, man, fucking shut up. But look at what happened. And then now it scares people. But it's like... my story is just way beyond something else because it's not me. You take suggestions and you get out of the world and you start seeking things from within, the answers, and you cut all this technology out and identify what you've consumed in your entire life. What has been a major contributor, because that has a lot to do with our thinking, and one of the reasons we can't get better is because we've been normalized into just taking pills, and not ever being disciplined in a professional manner and saying, stop fucking up. Oh, don't whip them no more. They don't, it's like because I remember in school they took paddling out. I got paddled a few times. I mean, did it help? Yeah. All those experiences I had getting my ass chewed out, whether it's in sports or something else, played a role in that transformation. I've told teachers that I've had 3rd, 4th, 5th grade, and even in high school, coaches, if it wasn't for that experience with you, then none of this would have been, it would have not been possible. And it's some people are like, wow, thanks, because it's the truth. Everybody in my past life had an input to what's happening right now with me, for seeing everything for what it is. Because see, now I can tie in, if you watch this, I can tie in how the mineral salts within us, that's cutting this world off. And what I did is I raised these mineral salts within my spinal column up into my brain, up into the pituitary body and the pineal gland and the optic thalamus, and then it went back up into the claustrum and comes back down across the medulla oblongata into the cerebellum, vagus nerve, pneumogastric, all this stuff down through there, the solar plexus, sacral plexus, branching out. All that right there is what I did, and I had no idea what I did, and they've been hiding that shit from us. And you can't do that under the influence of this, just being dumb, and that's what they've made us into. This was me. This is grace right here if you're in church. That's grace. And that's denying self. That's cutting passions and saying, I've had enough of this shit. But that's, hopefully, I wasn't all over the place. But I don't go back and edit my videos, because it's whatever comes through, they ain't going to be the same, because this video is especially for somebody who's struggling right now, and we're all struggling. I am, because I want to work out so bad, but I'll get hurt because I go so fast. Even if I go light, I'm like Ricky Bobby, I want to go fast. That's my nature. If I'm drinking, I'm going to get drunk in 5 minutes. Because that's where it led me into. When I was selling drugs, let's go back and get more. Let's go load the trunk down and let's get it. Who cares if there's 3 roadblocks? We'll make it through it. That was the attitude I had. That was bad. And then Mike and a bunch of other people taught me how to pull it out and apply it, what I'd learned selling and all that other stuff, to something positive and constructive. And look, it's happening. And it can happen for you. It's just you have to figure out your journey and your path. Believe in yourself. Go off of your instinct. Even if you feel like you're not supposed to do something, but you think you're going to, because the more shit you do that makes you feel unnatural, the more you're going to create different emotions, and you're going to reprogram yourself into a direction that your higher power wants you to go. Okay? I love you.